Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on my channel, and in today's video I will be filming off and on for the next probably about a week, but it might not just be a week while we're on vacation, because if you didn't know, we're here in Alabama, so I kind of want to just have like a little trip vlog, maybe read some in this vlog, read at the beach, and just have fun. I will have other vlogs like when we go to the USS Alabama. I wanted to see if I can film there because I'm really excited about that, and then maybe we'll go across, maybe not take the ferry, but there is a potential we could take the ferry just like walking, not with our vehicles, and go over to the lighthouse because we are actually in or around Fort Morgan, and I also want to go see Fort Morgan because it's not too far away. In this vlog, I don't really have much planned. I just know that it's vacation, I want to have fun, and I want to film some things, and I'm here with family, so what better way to spend this time than with my loved ones in a way, especially my little family, like my husband and our son. Real quick, since I talked about reading, I'm gonna show you guys what I just started or what I just picked up today, and I'm only like 24 pages into. I haven't got really far into it, and it is actually Every Summer After. This is apparently a book about a lake, and I did not know that. I think it's also up in Toronto or around Toronto or Canada. I don't remember precisely, but I guess it does give lake vibes, but I thought this was more of a beach read. This is the only beach read I have while being at the beach, which is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. And so far, I don't know if it's because I've been a little bit distracted at the beach, off and on reading, or just because right now I am so exhausted, but I've been reading it, but I don't think I've been retaining anything, which is not bad, but not good either. That is a book that I at least started, but I just wanted to hop on here and go ahead and start this vlog. So I will come update you guys another time. Honestly, our house, for it being so crowded, it's so secluded, and it's also really nice because it's so private. And I mean, you have houses cram-packed here, but it's super nice just because of how like much solitude in a way, and we're so close to the beach, on the end of a block basically, and then we just walk straight down and there's the beach. But we're also about 30 minutes away from a Walmart, so not bad at all, and maybe 10 minutes from a closest dollar store. But the worst part is that those are super crowded, and it's filled with not just locals that are tired of tourists, but also a lot of tourists. So you know what that means: terrible traffic, and also people who just don't know how to drive in general. But I'm gonna sit out here for just a little bit and try and read some. You know, not to be rude, I don't think I really like this book. Why do we have this main character who is like taken out of her friend group, let's just say, and then she's like, every time I hear them laugh, what if I'm the one that they're laughing at? Like, I'm the subject of their topics. Hello everybody, it's the next day, and yesterday we went actually to US Alabama, or USS Alabama. It's like a battleship, and there's also a submarine there, but it was really hot, and also inside of there they had AC running through, which was fine, but there were some places where you could crawl up inside, and it was just super hot and super tight, and there was a big group of us for the most part, and I thought it was so cool. I love sightseeing when we go on vacation, or just to new areas. I don't know, I really liked it. I figured if I had enough, I would probably make a separate video, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I'd rather do a whole separate video. But I also let our son take a couple photos with his camera, which I thought was so much fun. I love watching him go around and take photos. He mainly only took it inside of the first section when you enter, and not so much the sub or anything else. I don't know if he took any photos anywhere else. He was kind of scared going up and down the steps. And then right after that, leaving the parking lot, it was kind of funny, not really, but we were headed out to go eat, and actually the TBSS's fan exploded. Fan shroud exploded, it tore up some wires, and so so we had to temp fix it to get it to this beach house, which is really hilarious. It's not hilarious, but it is at the same time, because it's one of those like you kind of have to laugh in order not to cry in the moment, but now looking back it's really funny. And then today my husband and his brother-in-law went out, I think like an hour and 45 minutes away, to go pick up parts for it for around 60 bucks from Facebook Marketplace. So, and we are getting ready to go to the beach, but I guess I should kind of update on Every Summer After. I have kind of read this just a little bit. I'm about halfway through. I'm on page 152 now, which is kind of exciting. I do want to finish this before we leave for vacation because I want to start a different book for at least the last couple days, if not more so the trip home. But I think I'm gonna read this a little bit. We're gonna go to the beach a little bit more, but yesterday, especially on the side of the road, I got fried because the UV was at 11, and you can kind of see it. It's not bad here, but I had welts or blisters starting on my back, so I'm trying to stay out of the sun. And the UV I think went from 10 as a high today, and right now around 4:30ish I think it's at like 4, so it's not bad. That's really all I have to update. Been a little bit fun, a little bit hectic, but we've just also been at the beach, at the pool. We're here at the house. Also, I have a couple things that I want to show you guys. Tomorrow is actually my father's birthday, and I have I think it's an F22, I don't remember anymore, but in 8th grade on Washington DC, I got a brass pencil sharpener of a jet, and I found my dad one. Give me 1 minute. It's a little Jeep pencil sharpener. However, this is because of like during the war and stuff, so this is like the original like Willys type Jeep. My dad, if you did not know, which I'm sure you don't know, he has a 1975 CJ5, a Renegade, so I ended up picking that one up because I was like, that's cute and I wouldn't mind eventually having that. And then we also bought our son something that was very expensive because it was 75 bucks, and don't mind all the crap all around us. It's an aircraft carrier, and it's got little jets inside of it. Hold on, let me show you. Inside of this compartment, he's got all these little metal die-cast jets, which is so cool. They look so good. And I freaking love it. It was super expensive, but like out of all the toys there, I was like, this is the one that I really want him to have. Real quick, I'm gonna hop on here. I just found out the true culprit of the reason that the fan exploded on the TVSS. It was actually because the idler pulley was sitting, or a long past one was changed. Somebody dropped the pulley, so about like this size, dropped it. It somehow disappeared in the bay. They never figured it out, never got it. And even though we've had it for multiple years and driven it thousands of miles, when it shifted from first to second, it must have caused just enough that it took that pulley, bumped it up, or hit a bump or something, like it moved just right, smoked the fan, and that's why it exploded. It's all good now, but I think if I still have photos of it, I'm going to include it in here so that you guys can see it. Just sitting outside taking photos and videos of the thunderstorm that was rolling in. The videos were more in the beginning when the thunderstorm was first rolling in, and then I think I got like 3 photos in total. 2 that were like okay, and 1 photo that was pretty decent with the lightning bolt. But right now, just listening to the thunder at 10 o'clock at night is so peaceful. It's gonna be so great to go to bed while listening to this. What if I slipped and fell? Would you catch me? feel like I just keep giving daily updates at the end of the day. However, today we woke up and we went to Fort Morgan, and this was something that I was really excited about seeing just because of what it is. I love the history, I like sightseeing. However, it wasn't necessarily a dud, and it was kind of nice because a lot of people have already been there in the past, but me, I've never been there. And yesterday it thunderstormed, as you guys see. Today when we went there, it was more like swampy and a lot of marsh, so the mosquitoes were out, and it made it very miserable. It wasn't so much that it was hot, but we were just being eaten alive with mosquitoes, especially Josh, to the point that it was just so miserable going through the fort. I did get some footage, some photos, and some things like that, and maybe I can make that one into a video as well. I'm not sure. It might be super duper short, like 1 minute long or 2 minutes long, but I tried to get as much as possible. Afterwards, we did kind of kill some time. We went thrifting, which was super exciting. We did go to this place called Your Mom's House, and it's got a funny name, but it was so good. It was like a gold mine because it's a little bit weird. When you go on there, you go to the side of a building. It looks a little sketchy. And also the other thrift stores we went to, they were just kind of duds. And then we go in there and there's a bunch of antiques, a bunch of beautiful pieces, and Avon bottles and NASCAR stuff. And when we were in there, we ended up finding this NASCAR track with Junior and Gordon on it. We ended up buying it. It was 15 bucks, and it does not have the toolbox charger, but we found for 15 bucks on eBay the same charger, so basically like 30 bucks. And apparently these go for like 150 bucks, but they come with like the mini cars. These ones are the ones that get charged. So we have Junior's 88, and then also, like I said, Gordon's. Got these for our son. This is hilarious. He loves playing with this already, but like this track is a pain in the butt. I see why somebody donated it. And then after that we went to, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it up here. It's where they throw rolls, and they had really good meatloaf. It was quite expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but otherwise the food was really good. The taters, everything like that was really good, homemade. And they had cornbread, not sweet bread. They made it like actual cornbread, and they didn't add a bunch of sugar to make it sweet bread, which was really nice. And then afterwards we went just kind of detouring to, I don't remember what it is called either, but it's almost like Sportsman's Warehouse or like Dick's Sporting Goods. It's something like that, but it starts with an A. It's not Adventure. But we ended up going in there and we got our son a kite, a little turtle kite for the beach. We got this sick igloo cooler. It's like a backpack. It's got a front zipper, a top zipper, and then the actual thing opens up. But it opens up and it's so cool, and it's American flag, and it's one of those that we can take to the beach, and it's gonna be really nice for the trip home. I'm really big into A-Shocks and Form Energy when it comes to my energy drinks, and I've been looking everywhere for more, technically just energy drinks, but technically I've been looking everywhere for more products by Form, and they have, because I've seen them, some meat sticks and also some protein powders, creatine, everything like that. But I tried their meat sticks and these are so good. And I almost got their protein bars that were, I think, 20 grams of protein. And then finally we came home, and it's been a little bit stormy today, so I got, I think, a couple videos of that, and I'm gonna go actually sit outside and relax, trying not necessarily to finish my book, but just read a bunch of my book, because I have gotten to page 180, so I have just 120 pages, give or take, left of this book, and I really want to finish this book and start a different book. So that's really all I have to update for today. It's been a little bit crazy, and I meant to kind of record some, but I only mainly filmed at the fort. I will definitely catch you up tomorrow. I think maybe tomorrow the plan is to potentially go golfing, if I go with her, not like actual 18 holes type golfing, not putt-putt. And then I do want to go to the beach because my sunburn is looking much better. It's still a little red, but honestly the rest of it is starting to tan. So, and my welts, my blisters have went away, so this one's a lot better. Instructions. Hello everybody. It is not necessarily a full week, but it is the next week. I've been a little bit busy, not gonna lie, because after we got home from vacation, we came here to North Carolina. We were here maybe like 3 to 4 days, and then we ended up going back home for 4th of July. So I did throw that, a little bit of the fireworks and photos that I took into this vlog, and I think I might make like a really small video that includes all the photos and then any of the videos that I do have. After we went home to Kentucky, we also for the 4th of July decided to load up all of the trailers and, you know, just get ready because we have something very exciting with the house happening very soon, which is the reason also when we traveled back up to North Carolina or back over to North Carolina, we came back home to the camper. We will be here about, I'd say 4 days max. Actually, in 2 days, we have something exciting happening with the different house, and then we're going back home to Kentucky yet again for like the 5th weekend in a row so that we can go pick up all of our stuff and go deliver all of our house stuff. So with that being said, we have been just a little bit busy, and I just now started editing this video, and I realized I never had an outro for this video. I just want to say that I had such an amazing time on vacation. I am so thankful for everything that we got to do, everything that we seen, everything that we went through, and it's just one of those that even the bad stuff was still memorable, and it was like a learning experience and just vacation. You know, it's never a trip and never a vacation unless somebody's vehicle is breaking down, something is going wrong, or you're just having complete fun with family. Which thankfully, I think besides maybe somebody getting stung by a stingray, nobody with us besides the Trailblazer really had issues. So I feel like this vacation was a really good one. And I'm so thankful for being able to go on it, and I'm so thankful that God kept everybody safe and we all had a good time. And I'm not gonna lie, a week is definitely enough. You know why? Because after a week, I am tired of the sand and I'm tired of the beach because I'm not a beach person. I love my dirt. I'm not gonna lie, I really love my dirt. So it was so nice, even though that we are staying in the camper, it's so nice that we were able to physically come home and not have to be right next to the beach again, and I could get rid of the sand. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoy this vlog. If you're curious about any other video here on my channel, I have a whole playlist for travel vlogs, photography vlogs, book related videos, car related videos, you know, just anything basically. I hope to see you guys all in another video here on my channel, and as always, God bless.